Hey, Remy, what are we doing today?
We're making eggs today.
That's right, Remy and I are practicing cracking eggs and cooking scrambled eggs.
So today we're going to crack the eggs. We're going to take the eggs, crack them into the one, and then you can put the dirties into this one.
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Well,
That's okay.
When practicing cracking scrambled eggs, it's important to realize that you're going to get shells in the eggs. You just have to be patient. You have to explain to a kid how to actually properly crack the egg. As you're explaining it to them, try to use things like numbers, give them opportunity to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You do
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Almost.
Make sure that you give encouragement to your children as they're going through the process of learning how to cook and prepare something that they've never done before.
Just like that. You try.
It's not super imperative that you teach your child how to actually crack eggs using one hand. It's something that I learned and that most people learn if you work in a culinary environment, especially when you have to make food for multiple hundreds of people. You learn how to crack 2 eggs at a time using each individual hand. So learning how to crack eggs with one hand using your left hand and cracking eggs with one hand using your right hand comes in handy when you're actually making eggs or needing to crack eggs for hundreds of people, but not for your typical breakfast.
Chop up the eggs. Good job. And then you take your hand, just like that. Good job. And then you go swish, 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 swish. And you kind of pull it through very gently. You're going to do it a little bit faster, so have a little bit more control. That's how we thoroughly mix the egg yolks and the egg whites.
Remy, what seasoning do we use when we make eggs?
Salt and pepper.
What else do we put? Of course you can.
I don't remember.
Salt and pepper are basics for eggs, but some people use garlic and parsley and other things.
Pepper?
Pepper. And
Some pepper in there. Gently mix it some more. Gently. Just like that.
Oh. Oh, now I can see.
Go. You do.
After you've cracked your eggs and used your desired seasoning, it's important to make sure that you heat your pan, whether you're using a cast iron skillet or a stainless steel pot. Making sure that it's nice and hot will actually help the eggs not to stick and speed up the cooking process. We use coconut oil, but you can use avocado oil, you can use olive oil, you can even use butter if you do not have a dietary need to stay away from dairy. When heating the pan, I want to make sure that the pan gets to a point of almost smoking or actually smoking. That's when you know that the pan is good and hot. You want to make sure that you don't allow it to smoke for long periods of time, then you'll end up getting a burnt taste with your food. But you do want to make sure that the pan gets nice and smoky hot. That way you know that the cast iron is ready to cook a really good non-stick egg, regardless if you're doing over easy, scrambled, sunny side up, or anything else. Personally, I prefer my scrambled eggs to be really runny. It's important to understand when you're cooking scrambled eggs, you do want to remove the scrambled eggs from the pan before they're actually done, because the residual heat from the eggs will carry over and cook the eggs while they're sitting on the plate, platter, or even sitting in the pan after you've taken them off the heat. So you want to stop the process right before that they're done so that they actually get to the perfect doneness that you desire on your plate. When cooking scrambled eggs, you'd like to take your spatula and actually push the eggs in one direction so that there's an opportunity for the cast iron skillet to heat up, and then you allow the eggs to move to a different section. This is something that you can actually work with your kid. It's important to just make sure that when you're using cast iron skillets, you have to realize that the skillet can get extremely hot. Because I share my eggs with my son, I normally take the eggs, pour them from the skillet, put them on a plate, chop them up, finish the scrambling process, divide and split, put his food on his plate for him, and then I put my food on the plate for myself. There you go. This is your scrambled eggs and bacon typical American breakfast with a gluten-free bagel. And Papas, enjoy. Say, yay, we made eggs.
Yay, we made egg!